The suspect can weigh 50 kilograms. Its long jaws carry a single row of large cutting teeth, and stories from the Congo accuse it of attacking people, even killing them. It is called the Goliath tigerfish. On appearance alone, the case seems closed. But the first piece of evidence changes everything. The fish is real. The case against it is much weaker than the legend. Hydrocynus Goliath was formally described in 1898 from several museum specimens. Science knew the animal more than a century before Jeremy Wade caught one for television. What remained uncertain was not its existence, but the truth behind its reputation. Secondary sources report attacks, but the accessible record does not independently confirm a fatal case. By the early 20th century, the species already appeared in museum catalogs. Wade caught a rarely seen predator for television, but he did not bring it into science. His real question was whether the animal deserved the reputation that reached him first. Television carried one accusation to a global audience. During the River Monsters episode, Wade met a man who said his father had left to fish alone and never returned. According to the account, the boat was later found empty, with a tigerfish inside and a hook in its mouth. The body was found some distance away with marks around the throat. Wade suggested that the hooked fish might have jumped into the boat and bitten the fisherman during a freak accident. The story is powerful. It is also testimony, not a solved case. The episode's narration supplied no date, medical file, autopsy, or independent examination of the wounds. Other people described bites to arms and legs, and another local account blamed the fish for the death of a child. Again, the episode supplied no record that allowed the attacker or cause of death to be independently tested. That does not prove the stories are false. People who use the river every day can observe dangers that visiting researchers never see. In remote places, an injury may never reach a hospital, much less a scientific journal. But the opposite rule also matters. Repeating an account cannot transform it into forensic evidence. Now examine the place where these accounts were born. Direct surveys of the lower Congo measured depths beyond 200 meters. At another surveyed reach, currents averaged across the water column exceeded 4 meters per second. A later scientific review reported one reach deeper than 220 meters. Elsewhere along the main channel, average water clarity measured with a Secchi disc was roughly half a meter across 2 sampling periods. These readings measure vertical water clarity, not exactly how far a fish or person can see horizontally, but they show how sharply visibility below the surface can fall. The Goliath tigerfish is not confined to those extreme sections. It inhabits large rivers and lakes across the Congo basin and has also been reported from Lake Tanganyika. Even so, in conditions like these, reconstructing a death is extraordinarily difficult. A predator found nearby may be relevant, but proximity alone cannot establish the cause. So does the Goliath tigerfish at least have the anatomy to cause a serious bite? It does. Standard references list a maximum published length of about 1 meter and 33 centimeters, measured to the fork of the tail, with a maximum published weight of 50 kilograms. Those measurements do not necessarily belong to the same fish, but they establish the scale of the species. It is the largest recognized member of the tigerfish genus. Its body is long, fusiform, and streamlined. The head ends and jaws far more massive than those of other tigerfish. Inside is one row of exceptionally large cutting teeth. Scientists have counted roughly 12 to 20 in the upper jaw and 8 to 14 below. The upper and lower teeth fit between one another when the mouth closes. This is not decoration. The Goliath tigerfish is a predator of other fish. Its streamlined shape supports active pursuit, and its jaws and teeth are built to seize and cut fish prey. Given the animal's size, a bite could cause serious injury. A large specimen should be handled with extreme care, but capability is not guilt. Dangerous does not mean guilty. The available evidence shows a large fish eater equipped to kill fish. It does not show a predator that regularly identifies humans as prey. If you want more animal legends tested against real biology, tap like, because the darkest accusation is still ahead. But the charge against this fish goes beyond accidental injury. The darkest version of its modern legend says it attacks prey it cannot consume, leaves bodies behind, and kills for sport. If true, that would suggest something closer to motive. Yet, no scientific study located for this species documents that behavior. There is no evidence that it experiences pleasure from killing, or that it performs the kind of repeated surplus killing recorded in some other predators. Those claims add a human motive to behavior that has not been documented scientifically in this species. In principle, a predatory fish can strike and fail to feed, lose prey, or bite defensively during capture. None of those possibilities would demonstrate pleasure or sport. Wade proposed a simpler explanation for the reported bites. Splashing and bright objects may resemble the movement and flashes produced by normal prey. That idea fit the accounts he collected, but it was not tested in an experiment on Goliath tigerfish. It remains an untested hypothesis, not a scientific verdict. The story involving the fisherman suggests another possibility. If the account is accurate, the fish had a hook in its mouth. A hooked animal could have leapt into the boat and bitten during the struggle. If that reconstruction is correct, it would describe an accident during capture, not a predator stalking a person for food. Even the reference record contains a revealing contradiction. Fishbase classifies the species as harmless to humans. A United States Fish and Wildlife Service risk screening summary repeats a fishing handbook's claim that several attacks have occurred in the Congo. Yet the summary identifies no victims, dates, medical reports, or fatal cases. It also notes that information about the species is limited. Neither source independently verifies a fatal case. Together, the available sources reveal the only verdict the evidence can support. The Goliath tigerfish is a real and potentially dangerous predator. Reports of attacks deserve caution. Its size and teeth make serious injury physically possible. But the accessible record does not establish it as an indiscriminate killer of people, and it provides no support for the claim that the fish kills for sport. Killer or myth was never the real choice. The animal is not a myth. What remains unproven is its reputation as a deliberate human killer. Whatever produced that reputation, the practical warning is sound. Do not treat a powerful river casually. Do not handle a large hooked predator carelessly. And do not assume that water with poor visibility will later reveal exactly what happened. That is what makes the Goliath tigerfish more unsettling than the legend. It does not need supernatural motives. It is a giant fish predator inhabiting a vast river system that includes extreme depths and currents. Yet important details of its own ecology remain poorly documented. The teeth are visible. Most of the animal's world is not. To understand why stories like this grow in the first place, watch our investigation into the honey badger next. Subscribe to Apex Frontier and become a member to help us uncover more animals living at the edge of what biology allows.